They stole guns out of my house. They stole guns out of this house. That's 2 felonies. He walked into court with 2 fraudulent documents. That's 2 more felonies. That's 4. Then he goes into court and commits perjury. That's a misdemeanor. However, he paid people to manipulate a court of law, which is a felony. All right. And he did that 5 times. So that's 5 more felonies. Then he went into district court and tried to get me killed through the court, at least on 5 occasions. That's attempted murder. Attempted murder is 5 more felonies. James Arnold Frost is done. Stick a fork in him. He's fucking done. There's no way he's going to win this case. There's no way he's going to get out of it. There's no way he's going to escape. Now, what Clay County does with him, I don't give a fuck. As long as I get the Sester property, I get my money, I get my kids, and I get CPS to leave me the fuck alone forever. Now, if I get those things, and scrubbing the internet, scrubbing the computers, rather, of any information about me. Now, those 5 things are not that difficult, actually. They're really not. And I don't see anything unusual about requesting those things.
The Frosts are claiming that you owed them like $15,000. Don't forget the statute of limitations on that, eh?
Statute of limitations on what?
The $15,000, the Frosts, you owe the Frost.
Why would I pay the Frost $15,000 when the Frost has stole $32 million of my money in property? Why the fuck would I pay them? I would be a dumbass to pay them. Now, I did pay their attorney. But I'm not paying them. They could go fuck themselves. I'm not paying them.
I know.
You don't pay somebody that steals from you. What kind of fucking morons are these assholes? You don't pay somebody that steals money out of your fucking home and out of your fucking bank account. You don't pay somebody.
I know that. I know. I was just saying statute of limitations.
So how many years was it active?
Statute of limitations is, well, in Canada, I think it's like 7 years or something.
Oh, 7 years.
So anything beyond, anything before 7 years.
It doesn't fucking matter. I'm not paying them anyway. You don't pay somebody that steals from you. You don't do that.
It's expired anyways. Statute of limitations.
I'm not paying somebody that fucking steals from me.
No, don't. But if
kiss my ass. Now, I did pay their attorney. I shouldn't have paid his ass either.
No.
I won my case. Why the fuck am I paying them? I never figured that one out. Why the fuck do I have to pay their attorney when I'm the motherfucker that won the case? I still ain't figured that shit out.
Statute of limitations
ask for that
anyways.
Money back too.
No, you don't have to.
I mean, seriously, when I won my case in district court, but then I got to pay their fucking lawyer? Since
you
when?
Shouldn't have to pay their lawyer.
I ain't never heard of that shit. Why do I have to pay their lawyer? Oh, no, I had to pay him. Judge said so even. And I'm like, well, now, wait a minute. Why the fuck do I pay their lawyer when I won the case? They should pay me, not the other way around. I'm gonna ask for that money back in Judge House's court. I'm gonna ask for it all back.
Just say there was a mistrial and you statute of limitations. Say the word statute of limitations when you go.
Well, they ain't gonna bring that up anyway. They're not gonna bring that up.
It's a legal thing. You have.
They're not gonna have a chance because as soon as I walk through them fucking double doors, I'm gonna call for a summation right then and there, man. I'm gonna call for this fucker to end right then and there. I mean, the fucker walks into family court and commits perjury. Then he pays other people to go into family court and commit perjury. Pays people in Burning Springs, pays people in Oneida to lie in court or to lie to CPS or whatever. Then he goes into fucking district court with not 1 but 2 fraudulent documents. There's 2 automatic felonies right fucking there. Then he steals guns out of my house, out of my mom's house. That's 2 more felonies. Now, granted, the perjury shit ain't felony, but, but those were. So that's 4 felonies right fucking there. 36 counts of child endangerment. Each one of them is a felony. Each one of them carries a life sentence. 20 counts of elder abuse. Each one is a felony. Each one carries a life sentence. So I think Mr. Frost, if he's smart, will keep his fucking mouth shut and keep it off of me. Because if he don't, I'm going to slap that shit right on his fucking ass. And then he can spend multiple life sentences behind bars. And don't think that I won't do it because I can do it. See, these fucking YouTube trolls don't know. They're getting good. They're going to get slapped with 36 counts of child endangerment and 20 counts of elder abuse. That's multiple life sentences. They're not ever getting out of jail. None of these fucking YouTube trolls are. They're going to be put in jail for life. And they're too fucking stupid to understand that. But they won't be stupid when the judge tells them, see you bye, you're going to jail for life. And 100 goddamn life sentences, yeah, you ain't never coming out. I don't give a fuck if you grow wings, you're not getting out of that fucking jail cell. Ever. Okay? Because each one of those child endangerment charges carries a life sentence and is an automatic felony. And if you don't believe me, look it up. Look it up right now, Cisco. See if I ain't telling the truth. Look it up right now. See if I ain't telling the truth. Because I don't want these fuckers coming back later. Oh, Von Helton wasn't telling the truth. So we're going to do it live. We're going to pull a Bill O'Reilly and do it live. Cisco's going to look it up. I'm not going to look it up. That way you can't accuse me of shit.
I'm not sure
will look it up. See if I'm right. I want you to look up on the internet whether a child endangerment charge is a felony.
Okay, hang on. Should be a class D or A is 20 to 50 years.
What's that?
Class D or A is 20 to 50 years.
20 to 50 years. Okay, so it basically isn't necessarily. Well, I mean, 20 to 50 years, that's almost a life sentence.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's almost a life sentence, 20 to 50 years. Okay, is it a felony or a misdemeanor?
It's probably felony.
It's punishment. Felony, okay. Yeah. All right, so I was right. Now look up elder abuse charge in the United States. See if it's a felony. See if it's a life sentence.
Financial elder abuse leading to more than $950 in losses could be a misdemeanor or a felony, depending on the findings of the court.
Financial. Well, considering the fact they took $32 million, I think it's going to be a felony.
Pretty much.
Saying. All right, but now financial, yes, but what about
definitely physical? More than $950?
What about physical and mental? Because he fucked with her mind all the time, and I can prove it. Because I'll just start ferrying witnesses into court. Hey, yep. She said he said he did it. So I just keep ferrying witnesses after witnesses after witnesses after witnesses.
It could be 5 years in prison or a $5,000 fine. I'm not sure which one I'm looking at.
5 years in prison seems kind of small for elder abuse, bro.
It's probably more than that, so I can't find it.
Here, let me look it up. All
right, I'll be right back anyways.
I already got proven right on the child abuse shit anyway, or child endangerment shit anyway, so. Okay, elder abuse is a third-degree felony, and it is, oh shit, you were right. It's 5 years in prison and $5,000 fine. What the fuck? That seems kind of low. But it is a third degree. Okay, felony conviction is 4 years in jail and $10,000 fine. Of course, that's it kind of varies from state to state. It seems kind of low, though. 5 years? It seems kind of low. But 4 to 5 years in prison seems awful low, and 5,000 seems awful low. But whatever. Anyway, I was right. It's a third-degree felony. So
here he is.
But anyway, yeah, I'm going to ask for what they call a summary judgment, which means I'm going to ask for the judge to end it right then and there because he walked into district court with 2 fraudulent documents. He walked into family court committing perjury because he had absolutely no proof that. I mean, seriously, I'm a fucking upperclassman. Am I going to send my kids to school covered in urine and feces? Of course not. A fucking street beggar wouldn't do that to their kids. So I sure as fuck ain't. So, I mean, yeah, it's all bullshit. He committed perjury. And then he paid people to go into court and commit perjury again. All without no evidence. They got no evidence that my kids were covered in urine and feces. Covered, mind you, in urine and feces. That's what they said. And I would never send my kids to school like that ever. Anyway, I'm going to go into court. I'm going to ask for summary judgment because I'm not going to let them drag this shit out. No, I'm not. I'm going to ask for summary judgment.
And what's summary judgment? Just a quick judgment for less money?
Summary judgment is where the judge makes a decision right then and there based on the circumstances. And
Have
the
you
fact
given him the
is, he
evidence
walked
of all the
in.
money that's owed to you and stuff? All the money.
I'm requesting to get it all back.
$32,460.26, isn't it?
Yeah, crack me up. I'm requesting to get it all back. I'm going to get the $32,141,535.52. And by God, don't forget that 52 cents, folks. It's important. But anyway, I want to get the 32 million, and I'm going to get my kids. I'm going to get the sister property, which they kicked me off of unceremoniously, and anything of value that they have to pay off the 32 million, they're going to have to give it to me. Sorry, that's how that shit works.
They might have to all go get jobs and pay you off.
They'll have to go get jobs and pay me off. Correct. Or well, unless Clay, I don't know how Clay County wants to do it. If Clay County wants to write me a check, then they would actually have to pay back Clay County, not me. I'm going to get everything they own. I'm going to get everything they own because they've been spending that money like water. How do you think they're affording this big, expensive attorney with my money?
Wow.
James Orfrost is on welfare. Larry's on welfare. Ronnie Ray's on welfare. Jeff's on welfare, and Junior's on welfare. So now how are they affording a big, expensive lawyer? How are they affording all these cars and four wheels and renovating that whole sister property back here in the back? How are they doing all that shit? They're doing it with my money. That's how they're doing it.
That's terrible.
So they're going to have to pay back everything, whether they like it or not. Sucks to be them. Well, the thing that upsets me is that when he walked into that courtroom and committed perjury with absolutely no proof whatsoever that my kids went to school covered in urine and feces, he should have been arrested by the bailiff. Likewise, when he went into district court and produced not one but two fraudulent documents, the bailiff should have arrested him for that. But nobody did. I don't know why. I'm not going to speculate. It's not my place. I'm just going to go on. I'm going to get this shit done. I'm going to throw them in fucking prison if I can. But, now this particular situation is a civil case. But, any information that's found out in this civil case can lead to a grand jury, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But at this point, I really don't give a fuck what they do with the Frost.
James Frost, the old Frost, he's got to be getting old, dude.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
No. I'm not saying that for that purpose. I'm saying that he may make some mistakes and tell the truth. You know what I mean? That's in your favor, is what I'm getting.
You understand him manipulating my mother into leaving them student loans hanging over me like a sword of Damocles, to where that I was in debt my entire fucking life as a result.
Yeah.
Who the fuck does that to somebody? Okay, that was pure fucking evil. There's no getting around that. That was pure fucking evil. And then manipulating my mother into selling the family businesses out from underneath me and my first wife, Pamela. What was that all about, Alfie? And then more recently, he gets mom to sell all my daddy's shit. My dad had a brand new Buick. What is it? Buick Escalade, I think it's called. Brand spanking new, man.
Is it a Buick Enclave? Maybe is it a Buick Enclave? I believe we're dealing with
the name of it.
Anyway, it's a sport utility deal.
No. This was a luxury car.
Sure, it's not the Enclave, because the Escalade is made by Cadillac.
Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, the point is, it was a luxury car by Buick. It was brand spanking new. I mean, it still had the new car smell and everything. And fucking piece of shit down the road here got her to sell that Buick right out from underneath me, sell daddy's house, sell all of his shit. I never got nothing to my daddy except a couple of guns. And then they got fucking Jeff and Junior to come in my house and take the guns away too. I never got nothing from my father.
What happened to you was terrible.
I never got nothing from my father because of that.
They have
he needs to be held accountable for all that shit. Okay, it's Buick LeSabre. It was decked to the nines, had every fucking option, brand spanking new. But it was a Buick LeSabre, 2005 Buick LeSabre, and he got mom to sell. He got mom to sell all of daddy's stuff, not just the Buick. He got her to sell daddy's truck, got her to sell the Buick, got her to sell the house, Everything my daddy had. She got James Arnold Frost got, because I went to her. I said, "Who told you to sell my daddy's stuff? That's supposed to come to me." "Oh, James Arnold Frost told me to sell it." I said, "James Arnold Frost didn't take real estate in school. I did."
Yeah.
Of course, by then it's too late. She'd already sold the shit.
Yeah. That's a
But
damn
yeah,
shame, Vaughn.
James Arnold Frost did that for a fact. Not my opinion, for a fact.
Yeah.
In
that's
fact, he's
cool.
been doing that to her all this time for years, manipulating her against her own son for years. Why? I don't know. I ain't done fuck all to that motherfucker. I ain't done shit to him. I hardly ever said 2 words to him in Ohio. The only time I ever met Jim Frost in Ohio was at a family reunion, and even then I barely said 2 words to the man. So why is he coming against me this whole fucking time? I don't know, nor do I care. Because at this point, the only thing that matters to me is getting my kids back, getting my money back, and getting back the Sester property. Everything else is gravy. And like I said, whatever Clay County wants to do with the Frosts, they want to throw the Frosts in hell cell, that's fine. They want to put them on a slow boat to China, that's fine. They want to give them a courtesy ride to London and put them on a bus back to Ohio, that's fine too. I care not, as long as I get my shit. And and like I said, I'm also going to put in there that CPS is going to have a restraining order against their ass so that these motherfuckers never do this shit to me ever again, or anybody else for that matter, but especially me. I think my family has suffered enough. What a bunch of shit. Oh, we're going to take a phone call from fucking New Zealand or fucking Scotland? Are you fucking high? How the fuck is somebody in New Zealand going to know what the fuck's going on in Kentucky? Oh, they ain't. If they're not here in my house personally observing it, they shouldn't take the call. Exactly.
Oh, man.
Doesn't matter. Like I said, as long as I get my kids back, get my fortune back, and get the Sester property back, I'm good. I'm good. They can do whatever the fuck they want to the Frost. I care not. This should have never been allowed. Well, it should have never been allowed to go to trial. I mean, as soon as he walks in, Mom looks at that document and says, "I never signed that. I never authorized that." And why the bailiff didn't immediately arrest him, I do not know.
Did that happen recently here? Did he say that recently?
That was back when he first walked in, just about it.
When's the last time y'all been to court?
He came in with an eviction notice. And Mom looks at that and says, "That's not my signature." And it wasn't. I looked at it. It was not.
Oh shit. I didn't know that.
And she said, "I never authorized that." And so at that point, James Arnold Frost should have been grabbed by the bailiff and thrown in a fucking prison cell. But he wasn't. So I don't know why.
Oh
I don't care at this point, though. The only thing that matters to me is getting my kids back, getting my fortune back, putting a restraining order on CPS, a permanent one, and getting the Sester property. If I can get those 4 things taken care of, I'm golden. I don't care about anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. 5th thing. All these fucking computers in Kentucky be scrubbed. Every goddamn one of them.
Or get new ones.
When I call somebody to come out and clean the house and I get cussed out and hung up on, yeah, there's a fucking problem. So every fucking computer in Kentucky gets scrubbed. I'm not to be mentioned on any computer in the state of Kentucky.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good job for their attorney. That'll keep their attorney busy.
Vaughn, you got a really good positive attitude finally. Before
Well, the thing of it is that I
you
can't
were iffy, now you're up. You're way up, man.
Well, the thing is, I can't lose. I mean, he walked into court with 2 fake documents. That's a fact. That's not my opinion.
You know why he can fake documents? Because they're scared of losing.
Well, the thing of it is, fake documents is an automatic felony. So they stole guns out of my house. They stole guns out of this house. That's 2 felonies. He walked into court with 2 fraudulent documents. That's 2 more felonies. That's 4. Then he goes into court and commits perjury. That's a misdemeanor. However, he paid people to manipulate a court of law, which is a felony. All right. And he did that 5 times. So that's 5 more felonies. Then he went into district court and tried to get me killed through the court, at least on 5 occasions. That's attempted murder. Attempted murder is 5 more felonies. James Arnold Frost is done. stick a fork in him, he's fucking done. There's no way he's going to win this case. There's no way he's going to get out of it. There's no way he's going to escape. Now, what Clay County does with him, I don't give a fuck. As long as I get the Sester property, I get my money, I get my kids, and I get CPS to leave me the fuck alone forever. Now, if I get those things, oh, yeah, and scrubbing the internet, scrubbing the computers, rather, of any information about me.
Right, sure.
Now, those 5 things are not that difficult, actually. They're really not. And I don't see anything unusual about requesting those things because they're mine to begin with. I mean, he literally got mom to kick me off my own damn property. I was living over there on that Sester property. That was my home.
That shows what's called elderly manipulation.
Elderly manipulation or coercion is considered a form of elder abuse. Yes, it fucking is.
Elderly coercion is the same as kidnapping the mind. Did you know that?
Yes, it is, actually. Well, what do you think he did to her? He was using...
Well, I know he did.
That's right, MK Ultra. What do you think he was using on her? He was using MK Ultra. I mean, seriously, a businesswoman of 35 years is making shit tons of money every month. Okay, we had 500 beds in Center Haven and 200 beds in Helton's. She was making shit tons of money, bro. She was driving around in a new Lincoln Town car every year.
Yeah,
not leased either. Bought. She paid for it with cash. Okay, so yeah, she was making shit tons of money. She was doing great. The businesses were doing great. The state of Ohio had given us accolades out the ass. Thanks to me in part, because I was making sure all the paperwork was squared away. And so, you know, but yet out of the blue, literally out of the blue, out of fucking nowhere, she suddenly decides to sell the businesses to a man in Columbus that didn't even fucking want them. The guy testified later that he didn't even want the businesses. He didn't even fucking want them. He said she literally forced them on him. Okay, well, who does that? What business person would throw away perfectly good businesses that are making shit tons of money? Nobody. Which means the only answer is that he manipulated her. That's the only answer. There is no other answer because business people don't act that way. No business person acts that way. So yeah, he manipulated her. There's no doubt. There's no question. And like I said, I got 500 fucking employees in Center Haven alone that I can bring into court and testify. Yep, she said James Frost did it. And I'll just start ferrying witnesses in one at a time. I mean, if they're going to lie in court and say that it never happened, that's great. I'll just start ferrying people into court over and over and over again. Yep, she said James Arnold Frost told her to do it. And I'll just ferry them in one at a time. 500 employees in Center Haven, and I think it was like 200, you know, because I think we had an employee per bed is how it worked out. But because we were in 3 shifts, it kind of, you know, it kind of lessened that way. But anyway, but yeah, shit tons of people, and they were all there. Okay, the entire staff of Center Haven was there. The entire staff of Helton's was there. Yes, even third shift. They were all there.
All right, hang on. We got something. Bobcat. Who's this?
Oh, hey, this is Bobcat. How you guys doing?
As long as you're playing, what's up?
Well, yeah, I just kind of wanted to give some of my thoughts on the legal case and kind of bounce them off Vaughn and you know if I can provide any insight. But what I think is going to happen, Vaughn, is that Stivers, he's going to file a counterclaim, and then he's going to file a motion for summary judgment on all your claims, and then he's going to get judgment, and then that's how the Frosts are actually going to get your property in the end. The prophecy of James Arnold Frost is gonna come true.
Better Call Saul.
Anyway, no, he's not. He's not going to call. He's not going to file a counterclaim. He can't file a counterclaim because when I walk in them doors, I'm going to file for summary judgment right then. So he's not going to get the chance to file for a counterclaim. But how's he going to counterclaim? James Arnold Frost walked into district court with 2 fake documents. That's not in dispute. That's a matter of court record. Okay, so he's done. There's nothing that they can do. They're going now, whether they go to jail or not, I don't know, because this is not a criminal case. This is a civil case. You know, the criminal case comes afterwards if Clay County chooses to do so. But this is a civil case to recover my shit that the Frost illegally detained and put in an offshore bank instead of putting it in the estate account.